I'm about to do workout number 7 of the Zwift Academy. It's my second to last workout. I still haven't been able to fit more Zwift Academy events into my schedule. Most of the events that are not on my normal days are too early in the evening for me, and I don't have enough time to transition from work to the ride, so I haven't been able to participate in those. But hopefully in the next week and a half I'll be able to finish my last group event as well, and then graduate next week. So I'm looking forward to workout number 7. Workout number 5 and number 6 were super fun. I really enjoyed them. I have seen some comments that this workout is pretty hard, so I did look at the profile just to prepare myself a little bit. So I think I'm mentally prepared a little bit and ready to work hard, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I just finished workout number 7. It was definitely hard. I think I imagined it to be a little bit harder than it turned out to be, just because I think I was building it up in my head based on what other people were saying. So that was good. There were 3 sections of above FTP with really short rests in between, and it took a lot of concentration. In the first set, I was able to manage okay, and by the second set, if I didn't focus, I would find myself I think I was just getting tired, and my mind would wander a little bit, and then I wouldn't be able to hold my power anymore. So it took a lot of effort just to stay focused and make sure I was hitting those the correct power. And then by the third set of intervals, I was just really tired. All the coach's messages on the screen kept saying, like, your legs are going to be burning, and they definitely were. I could feel the pain in my legs, and was really just trying to do my best to push through. So I was anticipating that I might have to turn down my bias on the workout, but luckily I didn't have to do that. So I was able to hit, for me it was 180 watts, so I was able to hit that in the last set of intervals. So after I finished the last set of intervals, we had a rest, and then there was that looming 4-minute ramp at the end, and I wasn't sure exactly what to expect in that, so I was kind of bracing myself and trying to recover as much as I could so I'd be ready for it. And when it came, it was really hard, like just continuing to build power. I was able to do it, but I feel like it took a lot of concerted effort to make sure I was focusing and putting out those watts. So once that was over, I was really happy. The message on the screen said that it's probably the hardest workout of the whole academy, so hopefully that's true. I don't know, these workouts where I feel like we're actually building are much more fun for me. So even though it was really hard, it was kind of hard in a fun way. So I'm glad about that. Some of the other workouts, I remember the first few, there were big rests in between intervals, and I found myself just kind of a little bit bored. And in these past few, definitely have not had a moment to feel bored. Even with the 6-minute rest, that time went by so fast that I was just recovering, catching my breath, trying to drink some water, and there was no time to get bored. So I'm getting close to finishing. I'll do workout number 8 next week. I have plans this weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to get any other activities in before workout number 8, but I'm really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I'm out of ice cream, so that's too bad. I I'm running late today, but I'm going to do the second segment ride of the Zwift Academy. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be pretty long. I think I'm going to be riding by myself, but I did take a closer look at the route, and I think I'm more prepared for where the segments are going to be and where to focus my effort on this ride than I was for the first segment ride. And it's the Sand and Sequoias route, so this route is really nice. The A route included the volcano, which is not my favorite. So it should be nice to ride through the Titans Grove and through Fuego Flat. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm not sure how long it's going to take me. So I'm trying to keep it under 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. But we'll see how far I've come since I tried the last segment ride. I just finished segment ride number 2. I felt a little bit better prepared for this one. Unlike the first one where I didn't really know what to expect, I was expecting some prompts and more of a signal about when the segments were coming up. I made sure before starting to look at the description again and get a sense of where each segment was in the ride. And so when I started, I still kind of tripped myself up. I knew there was 2 laps, and it said at the end of the first lap is when you would do the first sprint segment. But I wasn't completely sure, and I was second guessing myself. So you come up to the sprint segment at the beginning of the ride, and I just went for it. I wasn't sure, but I thought better do it than to miss it. So that was okay. I don't think it affected me too much, and I got an extra sprint in there. So that was fine. I really love this route. I'm from California, and so some of the scenery reminds me of some of our national parks, which is really nice. So it's one of my favorite routes. And then you come through the forest, and there are dinosaurs all over the place, which is just really fun. So I really liked it. In the first lap, kind of went through the Titans Grove, and I didn't push it too hard, so I was really slow when I wasn't focusing on the segments. So it didn't quite take me 2 hours. And at the end, I really slowed down. I was just so tired. But my time went over 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I said I have to finish this by 1 hour and 45 minutes. So I was pushing myself as much as I could, and then about 5 minutes before 1 hour and 45 minutes, I decided I really need to push it. I don't want to be on this bike anymore. So I had to ramp my power back up, but I finished, I think, 6 seconds less than 1 hour and 45 minutes. So at least I made that. Yeah, the sprint segment was super fun. I did it 2 times, I guess. So then on the second time around, I had a bit of a benchmark to compare myself to. So I think I did that maybe in 43 seconds on the second try, which I think was pretty good. I'll have to look back at my Strava and see how well I've done on that segment before. And then on the Titans Grove, the first time around, I think I kept my power maybe around 120. And so I did it in about 9 minutes. So then on the second time around, I knew I wanted to beat that. And so just kind of arbitrarily, I thought, well, maybe 6 minutes is possible. So I really tried to keep my power up. I was going for 180 at least, but I think for most of the segment, I was kind of between 190 and 200, which was really hard. Like I started off okay, and a couple minutes in, I really started to feel it. So I really had to push myself to keep my power up. And I did manage to get a time around 6 minutes, which there were only 8 other people in this ride, so not a lot to compare myself to. But there were some really fast people, and then I definitely had the slowest time, but it wasn't that much slower than the person in front of me, so I was pretty happy with that. But yeah, after that second segment, I was really tired, and I kept trying to coast, but it was so rolling that I would just stop after some short downhill segments. So that didn't work out really well. My power was really low after that, which is why I really had to push myself to finish by an hour and 45 minutes. But I think because I was a little bit better prepared for this one, I enjoyed it a little bit more. I still don't think it's my favorite. The times in between the segments are just really long, and because I didn't want to push myself too hard and focus on the segments instead, it just took me a really long time. And I don't know, an hour ride better suits me, at least on the trainer. So I'm glad I got this one done and checked it off. I think I only have one more thing to do, which is workout number 8 to technically graduate from the Zwift Academy. And so I'm hoping I can still get a couple of the races in, maybe at least race 1. I don't know. I've heard some scary things about race 2, so we'll see about that one. But I'd like to get it in, but I'm not sure. At least I'll be getting workout number 8 done in a couple of days. So I gotta rest up until then. Yeah, I still didn't manage to get to the store and get some ice cream, so that's too bad. But I'm going to eat some dinner and relax now. Today is the day. I am about to do my last Zwift Academy activity. It's the final workout number 8. I'm super excited that I actually am finishing this plan. Last year I signed up and didn't even do a single activity, so I'm really excited that I've made it all the way through. I was, after the last workout and the messaging that it was the hardest workout of the academy, I kind of was assuming that this one would be easier, but I don't know why I assumed that. So I was just looking at the workout profile, and it still looks pretty tough, but I know it's the last one, so I'll be able to get through it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get on my bike and graduate. Well, that's it. I finished the Zwift Academy. This workout was a little tough for me mentally. For some reason, I just thought it would kind of be a breeze, that after the last workout, it would be no problem. And I should have known by the name of the I should have known by the name of the workout that it was going to be rough. Anything with the word depletion in it probably means it's going to be hard. So I think I had to get over that that mental block at the start. I also think I am still a little bit tired from the segment ride I did a couple of days ago. I don't know if I'm fully recovered from that. But either way, after the first free ride in the first set of intervals, I was starting to get more into it, and I was able to push myself in that first interval. So from then on out, I was able to kind of get my head in it and focus on the workout. And then it passed by pretty quickly. So that's good. but I'm really tired. I don't know if it's hotter in the house today or what, but I think I've sweated the most in this workout than I have, sweated more in this workout than I have in the whole academy. So just kind of dripping, but I'm gonna cool down, have some ice cream, take a shower, and that's it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next. I know I've been thinking about doing Alpe Zwift. I'm 20% to the Tron bike, so that's something that's kind of at the top of my list. I'd like to get that checked off this winter. But yeah, other than that, I'm not sure. Maybe doing some more Zwift races, but yeah, for now I'm gonna enjoy my graduation and see what's next. It's been a couple of weeks since my last Zwift Academy workout. I've done a couple of Zwift rides in between, and there was the Thanksgiving holiday. So I'm finally getting around to taking an FTP test to see if I've improved at all from the Zwift Academy. In the last few weeks of the Academy, I wasn't really doing too many events. I was just trying to fit the workouts into my schedule. So I'm not sure if I gained as much as I could have, but I'm really curious to see how this FTP test goes. I'm doing the ramp test again, and I have my power meter back installed. I want to have as close a comparison to my my pre-academy FTP test as I can. So I've got the exact same setup. And yeah, I'm just gonna try my hardest and see how much I can improve. I just finished my FTP test. I think it went okay. My FTP was 155 after this test. And in the test I took right before starting the Zwift Academy, I think I was at 149. So there was some improvement there, so that's good. I didn't feel a huge jump in my power, but I did feel that I was in more control. Like I had more control during this test. The first time I did it, it was the first time I had done the ramp test, and I wasn't really focused on my cadence and didn't quite understand exactly how the test would work. So this time I felt a little bit more prepared. Definitely improved my fitness a little bit, which isn't too bad for the Zwift Academy. It was 8 weeks, but I usually did 1 or 2 events per week, so not a ton of training. So I think it's good to see some improvement, and I'm not surprised there wasn't a huge jump. But I did notice that my cadence, I was able to keep a much higher cadence throughout the whole test, which I think really helped me. And I think that all the workouts in the Zwift Academy really helped me keep my cadence up, find the right gear combination on my bike to keep my cadence up and hit the power targets. So I think I hit a higher wattage interval in this ramp test than I did in the first test, and I just felt like I was riding much smoother because my cadence was up higher. I think kind of around 90 or 95 the whole time. Only towards the very end did I start to slow my cadence down a little bit. So yeah, overall I'm happy with the result. I think I still have room to improve my fitness quite a bit. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I'm waiting to see if there are any Zwift events coming up, or any races that I can participate in. I might start a training plan, but I'm not sure. A lot of them seem to include like 4 or 5 workouts a week, and I just don't know if I can keep up with that right now. But I'll be just trying to think about what I want my next goals to be before I pick something to do. But in the meantime, probably just doing random rides around Zwift. But yeah, that's my FTP test post Zwift Academy. I had an improvement of about 6 watts, so that's something. Yeah, so I am going to grab something to eat.